Good morning, and stuff. I hope everyone is doing well. I kind of wanted to talk about the law of self-preservation. The first law is the law of self-preservation. So, like, we live in a world now that says, like, you need to constantly do for others, and doing for others makes you, great. Doing for others is what makes you valuable to your community and all those things. And not that it isn't true, you should do for others. But, like, recently, so many people around me are stuck on doing for others, and they haven't done for themselves first. If you don't choose to preserve yourself, why on earth do you think somebody else sees you as something they should preserve? And like, to go a little deeper with that, really, you're pouring out of yourself in an attempt to preserve another person, to help them, right? To assist them in some way. You're doing your best to preserve another person, and in reality, that person is preserving themselves. Like, people often say, like, you put out that energy and you don't get the energy returned to you. There's a reason why you don't get it returned to you, because that person has a little bit more sense. They got enough sense to preserve themselves, enough sense to not do what they can't do, and they're not ashamed of asking. You can't get upset with anyone for doing what we all should be doing, which is to look out for yourself first. And it doesn't mean that you should never look out for other people. It doesn't mean you should never help someone else when you have the ability to help versus the desire to help. Like, a lot of us have good hearts and we see someone suffering and we have a desire to help. But if it's going to cause you not to pay your own bills, for example, or not to have food on your own table, you gotta have some common sense and preserve yourself first. And, ask around, see who else might have it. Things like that. But you don't want to constantly bring yourself down. And that's just a basic first law, is to just preserve yourself. Look out for yourself. Build yourself up. I have another video that I want to do about building yourself up, because so many people have it like ass backwards. It's like you're, as an adult, you're thrown out into this world that's telling you to do this, do that, do this, do that, and it gets so confusing, and it's even more confusing when you have adults around you in your vicinity, be it parents, be it family members, friends, whatever, who aren't clear in their own decision making, and they're older than you. Then it makes it even more confusing, right? And so I think that it's important to start talking about those things. But yes, this applies to young and old, because I see old people doing it too, and they're still complaining about the same people who they constantly support, they constantly do things for, and they never get any help back. And it's like, how many times do you have to be taught the same lesson? Make me want to slap this phone. Like, it's obvious that other people are preserving themselves first. You need to preserve you. You can't be angry at anybody else about what you chose not to preserve. I was about to say, this says do not enter. But that's all I wanted to say. It's short. It's a short video. Preserve yourself. Look out for yourself first. When you are able to do for yourself, then help someone else. Once you build yourself up, then help someone else. All right. Y'all have a good one.